how do I design my knitting patterns? What happens before I sit here pretty much in the same spot I am right now, holding up my brand new shawl or sweater or whatever, and say that it's now out there and that you can buy the pattern and knit it. It's quite individual for every designer. They have their own style of doing these things, their own order of doing things, but I thought I could share what it is that I do. It's actually quite difficult because the ideas are born in my head, not when I sit down to think about them, but just when I see a skein of yarn, when I'm walking out in nature, when I'm reading a book, when I'm watching a TV show or a YouTube video. The inspiration really can come from anywhere. So my initial notes might be just in my head, in my phone, on a scribble behind a receipt, a photo of the thing that inspired me on my phone. There are many things, so it's really difficult to pinpoint where it all began. But for this that I'm documenting here, I was actually organizing my closet. On the top shelf where I stash my sample knits, I just saw a glimpse of one of the Garden Delight shawls, one skein summer shawls that I designed years and years ago. They're still available and they're still great for one skein shawls. I link them below, you can find them in my Ravelry store. I saw a glimpse of that and I thought those were so much fun to design, and summer like single skein shawls are so much fun to knit as well, because they're quick projects and they're perfect on the go summer projects. They're portable because you don't have a lot of yarn around. They're lightweight, they fit into small spaces. Then I was going through some of my yarns looking for something else and I came across these two skeins. Actually, let's go and take a look at them right now. So it's not actually a single skein, it is 2 50-gram balls, and I'm gonna use a contrasting color. I received some yarn for the Moonbook shawls back when I was knitting those, and these are from the Lakeshore sample that I knit for that book. So I had these lying around, and then this is actually what I used in the Soothing Stitches shawl for the carnelian headband. And I just happened to place these together and I thought, oh, those look really nice together. And a sort of a striped design idea came to my head. Just use a bit of that and make the design so that it's suitable for scrap yarns. People might already have everything that they need for the shawl in their stash. So I've got this Moomin covered notebook. Why I love this for my sketches is that it's just got blank pages and a non-slippery sort of paper. So it's really easy to draw on and also erase. I usually use a pencil for my sketches. Things that I draw are just memory aids for me. I don't think anyone else would be able to design the thing or the item. The sketch helps me to remember what it is that I saw in my head. I've got plenty of designs here. Not all of them have come to life, and some of them have come to life but look completely different. It's also fun to just look through it and see if there's something that I still would like to do or could use in another way, sort of evolve the concept further. But what I just did for the one skein summer shawl is actually 2 different versions of it, and I need to decide which one I want to do. The more of a traditional triangle shape that has the increases at the sides and in the center, and then an asymmetric triangle where you begin knitting from here and work your way towards the bottom edge. I think both would work well. Usually I find the yard is somehow stretches further with this shape, whereas this one, I think the wingspan isn't as long as the longest edge here. Someone with more mathematical skills may be able to explain it, or then it's just something that's in my head. But so the base color is the natural toned, and then the orange one will be just in thin stripes here. And for one skein shawls, I think you pretty much always need lace, because lace adds airiness and makes the yardage go a bit further. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm saying that before or after I need to swatch the thin stripes, I would have a stripe of lace, whether that's just eyelets, a row of eyelets, 2 rows of eyelets, or more lacy lace. The same concept, but in 2 different shapes. And then I just have some written notes for myself. So that's how I do them. For more complicated designs or designs with several elements, I will need to draw a bigger sketch, or then have more words, or sort of insert that this bit looks like this and then do another sketch. But like I said, it's just for my own memory and not for other people to be able to understand or read through. I would say that's stage 1. Get the idea as coherent as possible without taking out the needles and yarn. And the next step is then to do swatches. Hi, I'm Paulina, also known as Lina, and I'm a knitwear designer. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more knitty content. So I did some swatching yesterday, and as I immediately knew what I wanted to do, because I was dithering between doing it in garter stitch and stockinette stitch, and I just started with the garter stitch, and I knew that was it. I got the elements in there in place that I wanted to use. So I just unraveled the swatch already and cast on right away last night. And now I'm just trying to work on this and hoping that I will remember to pause to document, because that's such a fun thing to knit on, and I'm really loving how it looks. When working on it, it looks rather like it's increasing too frequently. Our neighbors are putting in a new floor, so if you hear odd sounds in the background, that's why. But I'm just gonna block it so that it stretches a bit more narrower. Going to be working on this some more today. So I've moved on to the, let me show you, a second ball of yarn here. So this is it right now. Like I said, I'm on my second ball of yarn, and I think I can get one more of these eyelet and CC color stripes here, and then one more garter stitch block. So it'll be a nice size. There won't be room for more blocks since the rows are getting quite long. But if you have more of that yarn, because this one, I've barely used any, it's like less than 5 grams so far, I'm sure. Haven't measured yet, but so for that one, you can just use the mini skein or scrap yarns. Yeah, so if you've got 3 balls of that, you could easily just go on and make it even larger. So this shawl is excellent for working on for as long as you want. But I'm gonna finish it soon. As you can see, I've chosen to go with the asymmetric one. I had the original question about whether to do the asymmetric or a traditional triangle shawl in my sketches. But once I'd done the block, or the swatch, sorry, I knew how many, like the frequency for the stripes and how wide each stripe or eyelet stripe section would be, and then the garter stitch block between the stripes. And I kind of knew that if I would aim for a traditional triangle shawl with that pattern, there wouldn't be that many of the stripes as I would have liked, since in a traditional shawl the rows grow even longer, quicker. Just felt that this would be more balanced and have more of the CC stripe in them as well. So I'm gonna keep on knitting, and I'm sure I'll have it finished today or tomorrow latest. It's a rainy day today, so I'm wearing a hoodie indoors, but I finished the shawl that I just realized doesn't have a name yet, but I finished it last night, so now it's on to blocking it. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how I block my shawls and what my process for that is, I have a video up about that, so you can watch it after this. I'll link it down below. Here it is, and I came up with a name for it as well. I'm gonna call it Barefoot, because to me summer is about being barefoot outdoors in the beach and on the grass, pretty much everywhere it's possible, and also woven in all of the ends. And this is now ready for a photo shoot, making progress, and this one is coming out soon. So the photo shoots, yes, I had to, were kind of difficult. I had one early in the morning in my garden, and I had so many technical issues with my camera and with my phone that I use as a remote control, that by the time I got it all to work, the sun was pretty much up and shining right where the camera was, and then right on top of my head. So that did not make for good photos anymore. So I only got few that I can use. Later, I went to a beach that I knew would be kind of shady, because it was a really sunny day. And I mean shady as in the shade. There's nothing shady about the beach. It's a very nice beach. But there was something odd with the lighting, since when I looked at the photos at home and tried to edit them, I couldn't make the shawl to pop. So I kind of just blends in, and sort of all the color is in the sea, and I don't know how to fix that. And I probably should have used different settings in my camera, but this is on the long list of things I need to learn to do better, or things I need to learn more about is photography and editing photos. I kind of really like both, but I think I'm gonna use, for the pattern, I'm gonna use the ones from my garden, because the shawl kind of pops out more and the colors in the shawl are better. But then the beach one, really, they have a really nice mood to them. So I think I'm gonna use both, especially on social media. But yeah, they don't mix, of course, because they're very different kind of photos. I wish I would have had time to do it yet again, but it's just not possible right now. So we're gonna go with these. Everything except the social media posts and the newsletter that I'm about to send out are ready. I've written the pattern, I've created the PDF, I've edited the photos. It's all good to go on Friday. And so you've seen the shawl from the very first sketch to the finished object, and it's a unique journey. Some of my patterns are born like this, others are not, but this, it has the elements, the swatch, the knitting, and then all the things that you need to do to get the pattern out, and my thoughts during this process. So if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments, and I can do this later on with another pattern, because I think the stories, the birth stories of each pattern do vary a bit. So I'm gonna see if you like this. I'm gonna see if I have something that would be different from this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you soon again. And if you'd like to keep on watching, if you're knitting something over there and don't want to stop, you can just click on this one next.